Okay guys, let's check out this Relio Solstice. This is a 38 millimeter field, kind of dressy field style watch, and has a unique case to it. We'll do some close-ups and we'll talk about that a little bit more. Let's talk about the case size. 38 millimeter, as previously mentioned. A lug-to-lug, I measure at 45.8, so we'll just call it 46. And you can see that case shape from the side profile there is awesome. Only 12 millimeter thick. That's including a double domed sapphire crystal up top, and you do have a display case back on the back. 20 millimeter lug width, so you're going to have tons of options for straps. Although this comes on a really nice tapered H-link bracelet, and you can see the taper is like immediately right off the case, and then goes down to 16 millimeter. Now that is a good taper. What you'll notice here is a stamped clasp. That is not the clasp. This is a prototype. This is not the clasp the watch is going to ship with when you buy one. It is going to have a milled clasp. So, stay tuned for the, I'll end up getting one in eventually with the actual production model, but this one, unfortunately we have it with the stamped clasp. So it will be a milled clasp. The rest of it is pretty much spot on from what the production model is going to be. Just under 6.5 millimeter screw down signed crown, so it's going to give you 100 meter water resist. It's using the Miyota 9039 movement, which I said you could see through the case back there. They do have a signed rotor, and then you have a nice sized display case back there, so you can see that automatic movement doing its thing. You can also see solid end links, and then that first center end link there articulates. So you have that thing there, which I've mentioned many times in the past, kind of just aids in the overall comfort of a watch. And like I said, these H-link bracelets, when they're done right, like this one with a nice taper, there's not a whole lot of bracelets that are more comfortable. So all brushed on the top side, polished on the sides, screw links, so easy to size. Price on this, it's only $375. I'll put a link in the description. Let's unscrew this crown and I'll show you here. It's got a nice pop to it. I actually pushed my fingers out of the way, and you do not have a ghost position because it's using the proper no date Miyota movement. So we can move those hands out of the way so you can see the rest of the dial. Very minimal crown wobble there. It's still felt pretty solid. Nice, plenty of traction, easy to screw in. And if we zoom in on this guy, you're going to see that beautiful deep red color, that polished bezel, and a fully brushed and then satinized scalloped case side there. Adds a lot of depth and dimension to the watch. Almost makes it look thinner than it already really is. I mean, it's only 12 millimeter thick, and that's including the double domed sapphire. So with that mid case profile there, it actually just looks a little bit thinner to me. Adds a really nice depth to it. But check out those applied indices too. I can't think of another watch that has done it like that, where you got your 12369, you have nice proud long indices, so super legible, and then these ones are like cut on an angle, so it gives it a nice effect. It's not really sharp teeth, they're more like sawtooth blade, from a blade or something. Just kind of a cool effect. I've not seen that done before, and I kind of like it. So nice polished, super legible long handset there, and a nice balanced dial. So let's zoom back out. Let's pop this on wrist. I did not size it for my 7 1/4 wrist, so I'm just gonna bear with me here. That is extremely comfortable on wrist. You guys know I typically prefer a larger watch, 41, 42, maybe even 43. But when you do a field watch, when you have that 38 millimeter, a little bit longer lug to lug, which this one doesn't really have that long, like Hamilton lug to lug. I don't know, it's still just crazy comfortable. I know what it is. It's that bracelet taper. When you have a bracelet that tapers down to 16 millimeter, man, it just is so, so comfortable. I wish more micro brands would do that. Give us that taper down to 16 millimeter, and I'm telling you, that is magic. There's a reason why some luxury brands have done that. It's because it wears amazing. Should be BGW9 lume on this, so it's going to, obviously be white right now That's why part of the reason why they do it. So it's a nice brilliant white under full light conditions. And then when you kill the lights, it'll have a nice cool blue glow to it. So let's check that loom right now. And there you go. You can see a really nice application of that BGW9 loom. Plenty legible. So if you are interested in this watch, check the description down below. There'll be a link to their website. They have 2 different colorways, this one and then like a greenish one, I think. $375. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think.